So first of all, we want to tell you that we welcome you to today's webinar, Why You Shouldn't Miss the Next EMWA Conference, by Laura Collada Ali and myself, and organized by EMWA. Both of us will be your moderators today. As you know, it is not possible to provide a 100% stable internet connection, so if anything happens, we will email you so you know what's happening. And before we start, we want to take a moment to ensure that everyone knows how to post questions. You should have a little window with the webinar controls, and there's a space where you can put write-in questions that we will see and be able to answer you. And the other thing you can do is raise your hand. There's also a button to do that, and we'll see that you have your hand raised, and we can unmute you so you can ask us questions. We are recording today's session, and we will make the link to the recording available in the EMWA webinars area in the website. And now, yes, we are ready to get started, Laura.
Okay, thank you, Carolina. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to Carolina Rojido. She's in her career. She has 9 years of experience. She also has lots of experience in preparing and delivering quality improvement training to medical institutions in the United States. Now she's based in France, and she works as a medical writer and translator. She joined EMWA last year and attended her first conference in May this year. She's also leading the webinars program together with me as part of the EMWA's EPDC team.
Thank you, Laura. Now, Laura Collada Ali is a medical writer.
Now on to you, Carolina.
Yeah, I'm here. Laura is a medical writer and a translator with lots of experience in delivering authoring and translating services for leading research organizations, pharmaceutical companies, and government groups. She's been a member of EMWA since autumn of 2011 and has attended many spring and fall conferences. She's served as EMWA's Public Relations Officer between 2013 and 2015 and is now leading the webinars program together with me as part of EMWA's EPDC team. And also, she's organizing next spring's conference ESS as part of that team. You will find out what EPDC and ESS and all that mean, in case you don't know them. So, thank you.
Okay. So, EMWA conferences. EMWA conferences are a medium for networking, for active discussions, and for cost-effective training. They also provide lots of opportunities to benefit from other medical writers' experience, but we will see all this in detail. Questions for you. Carolina, would you?
Yes, I'm going to put the first one. Are you new to medical writing?
Okay, thank you.
So to our attendees, if you can answer them, and then we'll tell you what the group is saying overall. How many have answered? 70. Almost everybody is done. So we leave it a few more seconds. %85% of the attendees have voted. We'll give it a little bit more time. Okay, so 68% of our attendees are new to medical writing. 32% aren't. Now we have another little question for you. How many EMWA conferences have you attended in the past? There you go. Yeah, 88% people have voted already. So I will let you know. 87% of the attendees haven't attended, and well, the rest, there's a mix of having attended a little more.
Is it possible to show the results on the screen, Carolina?
Let me see. Collecting responses. Close. Let me see if I can share. No. Manage. No, it doesn't tell me. That's why I'm doing it this way.
Wait a minute.
A ver, ahí está.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
You can? Okay.
Yeah, there. Yeah. Okay, so most of the attendees today haven't attended their first EMWA conference, which is great because probably by the end of the webinar you will understand whether it's something that it's good to do or not in your own case.
Yep. So let's see the next one.
Okay.
I'll try to launch it. And this is the last one of this little group of questions we have for you. If you have attended, what aspects have been the most useful?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I think the sharing results is yours because it's your screen.
Yeah. Okay. I'm closing and showing results now. So for the most useful thing were workshops, and then others, which may be different. Okay, good.
No, we can go on.
So go on. Next time our conference, which was held in Barcelona, as you know, with many events. There were 52 workshops in one single conference, which is amazing, I think. 8 expert seminars. There was a one-day symposium on medical devices. There were different short seminars, freelance business forum, an internship forum, many networking opportunities, posters, presentations, and social events. We will see some of these in detail in the next few slides. So, and what conferences do target everybody? I mean, medical writers at any stage in their careers, because you can find workshops. You know that workshops are divided in foundation and advanced level, and they cover 6 different aspects of medical writing: drug development, language and writing, medical communications, medical science, professional techniques, and medical devices. Okay. You also have a very interesting session that is called Show It, Share It, Write and Shine. On the Freelance Business Forum, we will see these 3 in detail. So the EMWA Professional Development Program, the EPDC, offers professional training through workshops and homework assignments. Workshop leaders are people with hands-on experience, very experienced people, and their workshops have always been approved by the EPDC. Also, within the program of the EPDC, there are 120 different workshops. Of course, not all of them are offered in each conference, but this means that they really cover many aspects of medical writing. As I told you, 6 different areas that cover, well, everything, I would say. And if you go online and check the EPDC brochure, there you can check how to gain credit for workshops and how to apply for an EMWA certificate. there are 2 certificates at the moment, a foundation and an advanced one. Now, some polling questions again. I'm going to launch these, Carolina, if it's okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
the first, have you attended EMWA workshops? I think we did this before, so it's going to be very fast.
Yes, and most of the people haven't attended the conferences, but in case somebody wants to provide their feedback.
Exactly. Okay, there you go with the results.
Yes, with matches.
Then another question, do you intend to earn an EMWA certificate or not? Because you can also, attend workshops and not aim at getting the certificate, for example, which is, for example, my case at the moment, I already have my certificate, so I still keep on attending workshops, but do not aim to get another certificate or whatever.
Right.
There you go with the results. Most of you like to get a certificate. Some of you don't know, maybe you're not that sure. Okay. And have you earned a certificate already? Okay, most of you haven't, and the ones who have a foundation certificate or an advanced one. Okay. Now the share it, rise and shine session. Sorry, as you can see from the photographs, it's a very informal session. It's an interactive IT, social media, and productivity tool session. You have table leaders who share their tips on a specific tool during a 30-minute slot of time. During the past sessions, some of the topics that were presented in this Show It, Share It, Rise and Shine event were Twitter, Facebook, invoice, research, editing, backup, and readability tools, and much more as well. I must say that in my case, it was very, very interesting in Barcelona because I heard there for the first time about some readability tools that are actually very useful for my daily work. What about you, Carolina? Did you find this event useful?
Yes, very much so. I did attend the table that were talking about the backups, why you should do them, how and how not to, and all that. And also he even talked about the passwords protection as well. It was really, really useful for me. Yeah.
I just forgot to share our experiences a couple of slides backward. Yeah, sorry. Well, in my case, since I joined EMWA in 2011, I've been attending most of the language and writing workshops. I'm not a native speaker, as you can hear, so those were really, really helpful for me. They were very, very nice and very helpful. I think I've learned really a lot. Carolina, what's been your experience in Barcelona this conference in May?
The workshops I did were very useful. I took the one on guidelines by Andrea Rossi, which I thought it was going to be useful, and certainly it is extremely important for anybody that is new, I think, because he explains very well how to get, it's basically sets of instructions of what you should put to produce high quality results, manuscripts, or whatever you need to produce. So yes, I did that, and summarizing, and a couple of pharmacovigilance ones. And of course, everything else that was like the Freelance Business Forum and the Introduction to Medical Writing Seminar and all that. I found it really useful.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now, which is, yeah, it offers really lots of opportunities to discuss with fellow freelance colleagues. It's the perfect place to make all your questions. And as you can see also from the picture, it's a very informal session as well. We also have roundtables here, and in each roundtable, a different topic is discussed. In Barcelona, these were the topics discussed. So really many different things, from advertising your brands on a budget to the importance of contracts, the new avenues in freelance medical writing, tips and advices to succeed, like for example the next one, what your clients expect from you or what clients appreciate when working for freelancers, and work-life balance. So really many different topics. I think it's very, very useful, especially if you are going from working in-house somewhere to freelancer. It can help a lot. What do you think about this, Carolina?
Yes, I actually started freelancing right away because, I hadn't found an employment, and there was a possibility of starting like a little enterprise and trying to freelance. So it was extremely useful, and it was nice to see there are other people doing that, and also listening to the experience from, people that have been doing this for 10, 20 years. There's all sorts of topics discussed, and I cannot say how useful it is. Yes, it's very good.
Yeah. Okay. Carolina, I think now you have control over the slides.
Okay.
Check.
Let me come here. It doesn't let me. Let's see. For some strange reason, it's not letting me.
Okay,
Do you mind to pass it?
Okay. Now you. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
For those that are new to medical writing, of course, the workshops are extremely useful for education, and the networking events also, because you get to know people, maybe get possibilities with companies or other medical writing businesses, etc. And there's also the Introduction to Medical Writing seminar, which is extremely useful, and the Internship Forum as well. Now, the Internship Forum, it is precisely to try to get internships. Internships provide practical training in an established commercial environment, so obviously they are very interesting as options. The EMWA Internship Forum was established to bring together prospective medical writers seeking experience with companies willing to offer internships. The participation in this internship forum is free. The participants must be EMWA members, but do not necessarily need to be registered to participate in the conference. So basically, you can say, I want to go this day, and you simply go and do that. You do have to make appointments beforehand with the different businesses that are going to be there. You can see that online, all the information is available, and you can get that arranged. Now, if, like myself, for some reason or another, you didn't get to do that, you're still welcome to attend. And if somebody is free to talk with you, they will. And for me, they were extremely helpful, and I had a chance to talk with everybody as well. Actually, even got some opportunities, so I highly recommend it. What do you think, Laura? Have you attended it before?
Well, indeed, I have never attended the Internship Forum because the Internship Forum started being presented in a period of time. I was not able to attend the EMWA conferences for personal reasons. And indeed, I thought it was for people, just starting. But yeah, I think after what you've just said, it may also be interesting for people who are already working as medical writers. So I think I will probably attend it next time and see what it brings. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, and indeed, you know how busy the conferences are. Sometimes you don't have a chance to talk with everybody. So that gives you 15 minutes to talk with maybe some people from certain companies or businesses. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, interesting. Thank you.
And the Introduction to Medical Writing seminar is free of charge as well, and is aimed at those considering a career in medical writing. It is open also to conference delegates and members of the general public. So again, you can just attend it free of charge. It's also interesting to those who have recently joined the profession and would like to know more. The person that gives these seminars is extremely knowledgeable and very good at answering questions. She does cover all aspects of medical writing, explaining what it is, what can be done, what you can different backgrounds that one can have, what sort of soft skills you should have, etc. She facilitates also the exchange of experience between participants and provides her insights based on her expertise. Obviously, like I'm saying, I did attend it. I found it extremely useful as well. How about you, Laura?
Yeah, I attended, well, a long time ago. I think the first time it was offered. And it was very interesting. Although I was not, you know, starting into medical writing at that time, I was already in it, I would say. But it was still very interesting because the session gave place to lots of discussions, and those were very interesting, I think. So even for people who are already working in this field, the session may still be interesting. And as you said, you know, it was free of charge, so why not? Yeah.
Yes, I think most of the time are on the same day along with the Internship Forum. And as a matter of fact, the Internship Forum, I would like to say, is only offered in the spring conferences. So the next one will be in April of 2019. So that's something I forgot to mention before.
Okay.
So we can go on.
Okay. Questions so far?
Yeah, and we do have a few
anyone
questions.
Anyone wants to raise their hands? Someone wants to raise their hands and maybe talk, or maybe all of you prefer just writing? Let us know.
So while they're thinking if they want to ask something, maybe by talking with us, I'll tell you there is a person that said she's a high school student from India, and she would like to attend the EMWA conference this November. So I think she just needs to become a member of EMWA and register. She should be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always the email address at the website that you can ask anything you need to know. Somebody.
I'm going. I'm going to unmute Rasha Ara.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Rasha. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing your family name properly. Now you can talk to us and make your question. Hello. Okay. Maybe he's not there anymore.
Perhaps you have the volume very low, or you're muted. Well, you can type it down. We do have other questions at the moment, so I'll read them, Laura.
I see some questions here, Carolina.
Yeah.
Someone is asking, in your opinion, what would what would be the best background for a medical writer? Biology, statistics, epidemiology? I can bring my experience in, which is particular, because my background, I'm a translator. I studied translation at university. What happened next is that I started working in a European clinical research organization, a not-for-profit clinical research organization. So I immediately started having hands-on experience in the medical research field. That's how I specialized into, well, medical translation and then medical writing. So at university, I had a linguistic background, and then working, I specialized in medicine. I followed many workshops, many courses, etc., etc. So, of course, when I write and when I translate, I don't go into too technical documents, like maybe Carolina would be able to write or to work with, because she's an MD. So having a different background, in my opinion, is not a limit. It may just help you choosing a domain or another one, because also as medical writers, you can specialize in many different things as well. What do you think, Carolina?
Yes, I think that's quite right, because the field is so wide. People, I mean, we often do not realize that everything we see that is written and it's aimed either at public, or it goes from public to very specialized organizations, right? But everything has been written by somebody. So depending on the background, you can always find your niche, be it a dental nurse. She can work with dental physicians and investigators, you know, like yourself, you do the translations and you do writing as well. And with the experience you have, you know, you start being able to do more and more. And of course, there are PhDs, MDs like myself. So I wouldn't limit exactly by the type of background you have. One thing one must have or develop further is good English, because everything in the end is English. Other languages are very valuable as well, because that way you can help the other people that need to prepare documents in English.
Yeah. Another question, someone is asking, is it possible to apply for a grant to attend the conference? I'm searching for a new role, but cannot afford the conference fees. Well, you have the Geoff Hall Scholarship, so you can go online to EMWA's website, and I think it's under, let me see, it's under EMWA Awards, Geoff Hall Scholarships. So let me see. It says 2 scholarships have been created in memory of the foundation fathers of EMWA, Geoff Hall, and what's a member? Yeah, I think you should go into the website and read a bit more about this, because there are some opportunities there which may be interesting.
Laura, Rahul has his hand raised, so let's see if I can unmute him.
Okay, now you should be able to talk, Rahul. No?
There.
Yeah, Rahul, would you like to make a question?
Yes, hi, good morning. I believe this is morning in Europe. Good morning, Laura and Carolina. Thank you for your informative session. Yeah, I just wanted to confirm, I have 2-3 questions, basically one, the primary one, and then the subparts. So the first question I would like to ask you is, does the EMWA only organize the conferences and the internship opportunities that you were talking about in European Union only, or they are, you know, as I'm attending this online session for the first time only, so I'm just want to confirm whether these training programs or internship opportunities that EMWA provide are basically only provided in Europe or in other countries as well. And the second question is, let's say if I'm not able to travel to any conference that EMWA is organizing, are there any other opportunities or any other ways where we can connect and actually, you know, make use of those organization, those internships or those conferences, and then, you know, we can have those informative sessions that they discuss in those conferences, and then study them, or somehow, you know, gather the information from those conferences online, or is there any other medium where we can actually connect? So that's
Yeah.
the main question. Thank you.
So the conferences are always held in Europe.
Okay.
And workshops are always run on site. So you do have lots of information within the website. Like, for example, some of the sessions which are free of charge in the conferences have been replicated as webinar along these years, last years. And for example, all the presentations of the symposia have been posted online as well. And next month, I think it's by the end of the month, Carolina, correct me if I'm wrong, there will be another webinar, so online, in which Satyan Shenoy, who is leading the Freelance Business Forum, will present all the resources that freelancers and also people working in-house have online. So that will help you, you know, navigate through the website, because there's really lots of things there which may be useful for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm also in this field only. I'm currently a medical writer, so just wanted to confirm how should I connect and then enhance my knowledge further with the expertise guidance. Yep.
Yeah.
Laura, we have Rasha would like to try again to ask her questions. Do you want to unmute her?
Yeah. Okay, Rasha, there you go. No, I'm not hearing her.
Okay, so I'll read you her question. She would like to know about the certificates. She has so far attended 12 foundation workshops and 4 advanced workshops. She believes she is eligible for an EPDP certificate. Is a certificate provided for free? Russia, this is online. I actually looked up that information the other day. I don't know, Laura, if you want to go to the website and see if you can find it, but
yeah, you should go to the website and check the EPDC brochure, or you can also contact head office, because they have track of the workshops you've done. Because well, to get a certificate, you need to attend a number of workshops within the same area. Like, for example, I don't know, I'm not sure about the numbers now, but let's say it's eight workshops in drug development. So you need to check whether you have attended the needed number of workshops within the same area. But that's something that you can check with head office. So you need to write an email to info@emwa.org, I think, yeah.
Yes, and here I see that it's 8 credits are needed. Sometimes it can be a combination. It doesn't have to be all on the same theme.
Okay.
So the best thing will be to go ahead and ask them and see if there's anything you need to complete and to get the proper certificate. And in terms of cost, I think there is a fee.
I think there is a fee, yeah.
I don't see it here, but anyway, you will find out. They will help you, definitely.
Yeah.
Now
I'm going to unmute Maria Joseph. Okay, Maria, now you should be able to talk. Maria, are you still there? Okay. No, but There's another hand, Federica Pisa. Just hold on. Okay, hello, Federica. Would you make your question? Okay, she unraised her hand.
Okay, the question from one of them was, is the medical writing field very different between USA and EU and other countries? You know better than me, Laura, but I think firstly I can say the only main difference is depending on the regulations you have to follow, but the overall is more or less the same. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, well, I guess he means medical writing for clients in the US or from clients in Europe or other countries, I guess. But yeah, it really depends on what you are writing and what regulations the document needs to follow. So I would say it's more, it really depends on a project by project basis, I would say. Of course, the best thing is to be updated on both sides of the ocean.
Yes.
But yeah.
And there's EMWA as well, which is a sister organization to EMWA in the United States. For information on how that can be different. Now there's another question. Nicola, actually she had her hand raised. She said she's interested to know whether during the conferences there are specialized workshops on the preparation of pharmacovigilance and regulatory documents such as clinical or non-clinical overviews, PSURs, DSURs, etc.
Well,
yes.
there are lots of things on pharmacovigilance. The best thing is to go online and check on the workshops brochure, because I think we said it before, there are more than 100 workshops. So it's difficult for me to remember them all, but you can check them on the website.
Yes, no, there's a ton, yes. Somebody else asked, she's thinking about becoming a medical writer with no previous experience. She would like to know if attending the conference will give her the foundations for it. For example, will it help when applying for a medical writer position?
Well, I think that writing on your CV that you're a member of EMWA already says a lot. It says that you care about your career. It says that you also care about training, continuous training, and it also says in a way that you are updated on what's going on in the field. So I think it's really important. In my case, myself, I'm a freelancer, and sometimes I need help from other colleagues. Maybe I'm too busy, or maybe I'm going on holidays, whatever. And well, if I have to ask for help to a colleague, for sure I will look for someone who's in EMWA, because then I know we talk about the same language. I mean, I think it's a very good business card being in EMWA. What do you think, Carolina? Because you joined the organization a year ago, has it bring you any results in these terms?
Absolutely. 90% of the work I'm getting is because of EMWA, yes.
90, you said 90. Well, that's amazing.
I mean, there's one client I had before. Everybody else has given me opportunities after that. And going to the conference was priceless, actually, to meet people face to face.
Yeah. Well, that's a great experience. Great. Okay. It's in line with my experience as well. I think we can go on with the slides a little bit and then answer more questions.
Yes, because there are a few unanswered ones, but we will answer them as we keep going. Yes.
Okay. So I'll go on. Okay. So for experienced medical writers, because it can also happen that someone's already in the field for some years and then the person decides to join EMWA. There are the expert seminar series and the symposia. The ESS are writers, but also heads of medical writing departments, industry leaders from other disciplines as well. And there you can learn about the latest developments affecting the field. And they play a role in shaping, the presenters, the speakers in these sessions, they normally play an important role in shaping the world of medical writing. So these are very high-level seminars. The picture, the photo shows the program of last conference. So you have pharmacovigilance, orphan drugs and rare disorders, general data protection, clinical trial registries and public databases, the use of clinical study reports for Cochrane reviews, and medical journalism. They are very, very interesting seminars. I attended the general data protection one. Normally you have 2 to 3 speakers in each session and a round table among them at the end. Also, the questions and answers session, it's also very interesting. I don't know, have you attended any, Carolina?
Not yet, because I was very busy doing everything that was introductory and basic, to be sure I'm covering my bases, but I will in the future.
Yeah, sure. Okay, good. Now the symposia are will target both regulatory writers and medical communications, and they provide perspectives of different stakeholders, and they are always held during the spring conferences. These are some of the past symposia. So the one in Barcelona was about medical devices and technologies. There was one on emerging opportunities for medical writers, transparency and disclosure of clinical regulatory documentation, and risk management and risk-benefit evaluation. I think the symposium really gives you a great overview in a single day about a single topic. They are very, very interesting. So I think it's also a great opportunity. And stay tuned to get to know what the next one will be in the spring 2019. Okay. Should we answer the questions at the end, Carolina, or?
Well, let's see if we have some others. I did answer a couple that were particular privately. Just finish this one.
Okay, someone is asking, do you have to take out professional insurance as a freelancer? That's a great question to pose at the Freelance Business Forum. I have been working for many years in the field, and I only took up a specific insurance this year, for example. So I think it not only depends on the fact that you are a freelance, but it may also depend on the fact that on the projects you are working during the year. But I think that would be something that you could approach on the Freelance Business Forum.
Okay, there's another question. Is there any previous knowledge besides English language required for the EMWA conferences, like molecular biology and biotechnology? Well, no, I mean, not really. It is good to have some background, but like we said, sometimes you're very good at language skills. That's already a huge asset. And the rest you can develop. So I think that's my opinion. What do you think, Laura?
Yeah, absolutely not need anything else. Well, being able, of course, to understand English, it's a must because conferences are held in English. But apart from that, it's a place we all attend to learn more and more. So no, I wouldn't say so.
Yes. A follow-up question to that. There are because in the conference brochures, they can see that many of the presentation timings clash. And how many workshops or presentations can one sit for in one afternoon session? Well, the answer is one. That's why in the end you end up having to go to 2 or 3 EMWA conferences at least. But I will say that the investment of going to the conference is very much worth it. And in time, you just have to be careful about the workshops or seminars or whatever you're choosing to do. And we know that they clash in time, but that's because we have, how many people come to these conferences, Laura? I mean, there's like hundreds.
Well, from 300 to 400, sometimes I think at some conference we had more than 400 people attending a conference, which is really amazing, I think. Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot of people, so that's why there's such a wide offering. I mean, at the Barcelona, which was one of the long ones with 5 days, we had 52 workshops in offer. But that's, and everybody, I mean, all workshops are attended to. So it's so important. Yeah.
There's another question here. It says, hi, my name is Claudia, and I am currently working as freelance medical writer for a communication agency. However, I would like to expand my network and have more job opportunities. Is it the EMWA the best possible way to get more connections, or would you suggest some other sources on top of EMWA? Okay. So, well, in my own experience, I would say attending EMWA conferences is the first ever tool. The first source for networking and job opportunities. On top of that, always, I mean, according to my experience, a great work for networking is volunteering for EMWA, which is something like that we, I mean, me and Carolina, we are doing at the moment. We are volunteering at the webinars program and doing many other things. So, EMWA is an association run by its member and for its members. So the association always needs volunteers. And working within the association gives you the opportunity to get in contact with lots of people. So that's also a very good opportunity. Another thing you could do is be active on social media. The EMWA LinkedIn webpage, for example, is very active. So being active there as well in discussions, etc., gets your name to be well known. So I guess that's also very interesting.
Yes.
Another thing I would do is to write articles for the journal. So that's on my experience. What about you, Carolina? What do you think?
Yes, I completely agree with everything you've said. Volunteering has been huge for me as well. They can also look at what organizations they have around them. I don't know if it's okay if I mention or not, but there are others, more local ones or related that you can find online, and they also offer some possibilities.
Okay.
And we have some questions from before, so let's answer a couple more before we keep going. Yeah. Is accreditation from EMWA a prerequisite in any way to secure a position in medical writing? No, you don't have to have the accreditation by EMWA. And besides, it's not an accreditation, it's only a certificate that you have attended the workshops, right?
Well, you have a certificate of attendance, and then if you attend and do the homework of, I think it was 8 workshops, then you can get an accreditation, right?
Yes, but it's, it's a certificate, but I think there's a difference with accreditation. Okay. But no, anyway, you don't have to have it to get a job as a medical writer. What I will advise is you need to think about everything you have done before that involved writing and put it in your resume. Even if you started, I don't know, you wrote a little book or stories when you were a teenager, or you published things in your high school journal. It starts there. You can, because it shows that you have a history of writing. And I didn't invent this. The people from the conference were explaining that you should think about all that you have written before and consider it as experience. Is that right, Laura?
Yeah, I think I agree on this. Yeah.
Let's see. What if I'm interested in attending workshops arranged at same timings? Well, no, that's what you have to sort of choose and maybe leave others for another time.
Yeah, exactly. Another question we have says, would you say that the medical writing niche is actually freelance work? Example, is there a lack of permanent jobs in this field? Oh, this is something I don't know. I just don't know. For me, being a freelance is a choice. I worked for 9 years in-house. I was based in Rome. I just dreamed about moving to the Alps, and well, to be able to live in the Alps, the only way out was becoming a freelancer. So for me, it's a choice. I don't really know if there is a lack of permanent jobs in this field. Do you know this, Carolina?
There are tons of jobs out there. The temporary, permanent contract. The question is how you get them. A lot of them require you to be there in person, and because of where I live as well, there aren't so many options. And the companies that do have jobs open, they will either hire a very young person just out of school or a very experienced person. So for me also, it's like Laura, freelancing gives me the way where I can get to work. Actually, I work from home, and it works very well for me.
Yeah, especially.
But it's not for a lack of, if you're willing to move, or if you live, I don't know, in London or in, or in Berlin, there's places, or in Paris as well. These big cities are full of opportunities, and you can get in-person jobs. But for others, it may be a little more. Let's see. Do you want that we go on and then we can?
Okay. Yeah, we can answer some more questions at the end. Yeah.
Okay. So.
Okay, now on to you, Carolina.
Turn right. Yes, you can also have lots of fun at the conferences. Some jokes have been made about myself having pretty much talked with everybody that was attending the conference in Barcelona. So we have different things that can happen there. There's a networking event. Laura, can you?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. We have social events. First of all, let's mention those. There's a dinner with friends. I think we were about 110 people. They closed the restaurant for us, and it was amazing. It was really nice. We had lots of beautiful and delicious Catalan food, of course, as you can see in the picture, and met many different people. There's also tours, usually walking tours in the evening of the city where the conference is, and the cooking classes that, depending on the area where you're in, that's what the cooking class is going to be about. Have you attended any of these, Laura?
Yes, I have attended many during the years. My favorite ones are always the cooking classes because I love cooking. But yeah, I must say that EMWA people are very friendly people, so you really get lots of fun during social events. Over the years, I've made very good friends there, so I'm always keen on attending social events. Yeah.
Okay. And the other thing is a networking reception. The first evening of the conference, there's obviously a networking reception. And again, you get to meet a lot of people. As a matter of fact, that's where I met you in person for the first time, Laura, as well as Marian Hodge, which is the president of the PDC. And a lot of other people. It starts there and you just keep going, and then there are the breaks in the middle of the workshops and a lot of opportunities for networking.
Yeah, and it's also nice during the networking reception, you know, when you get to the conferences, you get a badge, and depending on whether it's your first conference or not, your badge has a different color. So newbies are easy to be recognized because of this. And what happens during the networking reception is that people who have attended conferences for many years do approach newbies to get them introduced to other people, so that they are not alone, so to speak, which is nice. It's a way to welcome new people to EMWA. I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's quite like that. Now, the next conference is going to be in Warsaw from the 8th to the 10th of November. As you can see, this one is only 3 days. And I think registration will be open soon, right?
It will, yeah, I think it will be open during the first days of September, so stay tuned, yeah.
Yeah, we're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
Can you pass the slide? Thank you. The program will include the Introduction to Medical Writing seminar, of course, a ton of workshops, the Freelance Business Forum, and the social events. The next spring, you'll have the one that is longer and where you can also have the expert seminar series and the Internship Forum. And the preliminary program is already online. Here is a screenshot of it and the button that you have to click on to get the program preview. Actually, I have I'm going to give you a handout now. What am I doing here? Let's see if I can give it to you. Laura, maybe because you have, let's see. I'm having a little trouble being able to share the file. Well, I had a PDF of the file. Can you see it now?
Okay.
Can you see it? Laura?
No.
Okay, that's because I'm not sharing my screen. That's why. Okay. Anyhow, it doesn't matter. I can send it to you all. If you are interested, I can email it to you. Oh, there you go. Laura is showing it to you, right? You should be able to download it as it appears on your screen. Anyway, it is online. It's just for convenience that we wanted to show you. Already, you can see the areas where you have workshops available and you can start considering what you would like to do. Sometimes you don't have to attend every day. You can register and go only for one day, for example, to the conference. So that way you can choose what day you will go to, etc. It's very practical. And now we have a last polling question. Would you like to launch it, Laura? So will you attend the Warsaw conference? Oh yeah, 60% of people have voted. They're working on it. It's still a little early, but it's good to question. Well, we have 80% that have attended, have answered already.
Okay. Okay, so there's still a group of people who don't know, who are not sure, but you still have time to decide. The only thing I would take care of is that if you want to attend a particular workshop, you need to register early, otherwise they get fully booked rather soon. That's, yeah.
Okay. Now we're done, telling you about this,
Okay.
but I think there was somebody with a raised hand. Yeah. Do you want to try to unmute them?
Yeah, Maria and Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Maria, would you like to make a question?
Not there. Okay.
Not there. We can go on answering.
Yeah, there's the typed ones. Is there the possibility of mentoring for those who are new and need guidance? Yes. If you have experience, I'm sure I can assure you that there will be people that would like to be mentored. What do you think, Laura?
Well, there are mentoring opportunities during the conferences. I'm not sure afterwards if there's any mentoring opportunities.
That's one of the things that talking with other people and you start asking, you'll get to find out surely. Let's see, what else do we have? Will you say that
sorry, go on.
Will you say that the medical writing niche is actually freelance work? Is there a lack of? No, that one you already answered. Are there some journals we should refer to improvise or learning?
I've answered that one already. Yeah. There's someone asking, are there discounts for the hotel in Warsaw where the conference will be held? Yes. EMWA just agrees with the hotel on a specific fee for EMWA members. And normally there's the venue hotel and there are a couple of other hotels offered. So yes, there are.
Yes. And the last one, if you become an EMWA member and attend the conference, that is, I don't know what happened. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. I don't know if anybody else wants to ask something. We're already, we've been here an hour. I hope it's been useful to everybody.
Hopefully, yeah.
And if we don't have any more questions, we can adjourn, I think.
Okay. Thank you very much, Carolina, for...
Oh, thank you.
Same.
Let me see here. I'm stuck. All right. Anyhow, we thank you for attending today. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome to email us at our email addresses that should be on the screen there. We'll be happy to try to help you in any way. So I don't have much more to say.
No, I think, well, just, any one of you, don't be shy. If you still want to make any question, also privately, just pop us an email and we'll be happy to answer emails as soon as we can, of course, according to other tasks, but please do write to us if you need anything else. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. Thank you, Carolina.
Oh, thank you all. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.